You just gave me a phenomenal idea. So your customer advisory board,
Yeah.
and as much as you're lighting up about that for all the right reasons, what I'm thinking is, why shouldn't it
Good.
be an ICP advisory
Yeah.
board?
It's
Why
true.
shouldn't it be prospects, organizations you haven't even talked to from a sales perspective yet, right?
Yeah.
One of the groups is the deals in pipeline. One of the groups is customers, and especially our biggest revenue expansion customers. One is prospects, the organizations we haven't even opened the door on, we
Yep.
haven't even started the conversation with, right?
Yep. Yep.
And the goal is to bring them on and transition them to a prospect, right? It
Sure.
doesn't always
Sure.
happen because 95% of the market isn't in the market right away.
Right.
But why couldn't they be a part of a community? They want to come on to the podcast because they want to know what's going on. They also want to be recognized in their career, and everybody understands their own thought leadership and their own personal brands and different things. But the next step should be inviting them into a community of their peers.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so powerful, Steve. I'm telling you, that is so powerful. And I think you're right. You gave me an idea. So I'm going to steal your idea. Utilizing that customer advisory board is expanding that to making that about the ICP, because I think if you do it smartly and if you do it intentionally, it almost leads itself to who's my ICP and who's not. Right?
Hey,
Like you can literally sit in that room and not even open your mouth, because what was beautiful yesterday, and we do this quarterly and we do it regionally. This is Midwest. Now we're going to do Northeast. We do Southeast. We try to make it convenient for customers not to travel long distances. We try to keep that close to them. What's nice is you ask the question and you get them to engage on a topic. You pick a topic, believe me, the topics are those 4 or 5 things that
yes.
emerge, right? And then you see everybody's leaning in. Everybody's kind of like, and then you sit back. Honestly, you shut up. And I tell my team, I'm like, don't open your mouth. Just shut up, right? And listen.
Yeah.
What are you listening for? You're listening for commonality. You're listening for your ICP. You're listening for what are the things that they're agreeing on? What are the things that they're challenging each other on? What are the
Right.
things that they're having a disagreement on, which is fine, which is also helps you define your ICP. As a CRO, it's all about efficiency. It's all about customer acquisition costs. It's all
Yeah.
about having your company focus on the right targets. Because if you're talking to the wrong ICP, you drag your entire company along with you. And now your efficiency drops, your customer acquisition costs skyrockets, right? And your
Your
strategy.
retention rate increases, your NRR goes into the toilet, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
The tendency is to kind of like say, well, let's bring these outliers in a little bit, right?
Correct. Correct. And that's CRO's job. I always tell people, if the company is, when I say the company, I'm talking about my BDRs, my SDRs, my marketing, my account executives, my account managers. They're gonna, everybody that touches that prospect,
Yeah.
from lead gen all the way to close, and literally waste their time because they were not the ICP. It acted like an ICP. It smelled like it, but it really didn't. It looked like it, but actually didn't. And then the whole company got dragged along. Imagine how much time we have wasted on that ICP. And if you extrapolate it, if you have 5 and 10 and 20 of those, my God, think about your efficiency as a company,
Yeah.
right? To your point, salespeople, marketing people, this goes back to the alignment. If they're not aligned on that ICP, they're chasing. They don't know what they're chasing, but they're chasing this thing that is not really going to convert. That is on the CRO. That is
Yeah.
on the CMO. That's on the CRO to tightly define. You gave me a great idea. That customer advisory board, using that as defining the ICP, is the right approach.